Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 2nd. Yeah, I think we've seen this sort of system develop over the last 36 hours, really. It was maybe even a little bit longer than that, and we knew what was coming today. We just didn't quite know the precise timings and exactly where the low pressure system was going to come across us. So this is the low that's been developing out here, and you can see the curve on this isobar is going to turn into a low pressure system and run it on 24 hours, and it then comes across us and starts to develop and get quite intense as that wheels across us this afternoon. The positioning was always a little bit unclear as to exactly where it was going to go. It appears that the strongest of the winds are going to go across sort of East Sussex and Kent area. We're not going to be exempt from strong winds, but it's not going to be the sort of 50 knots that we thought it was going to be. It's more like about gusting 30, 35. So pretty windy, but not sort of severe that we first anticipated about 24 hours ago. So upper winds today, task today, show that the Farnborough are just sort of saying really rain most of the day. You can see there between 9 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, 7,000 meters rain broken at 1,200 feet. Initially 160, 15 knots, but then as the afternoon goes on up till about 4 o'clock, 170, 18, gusting 28. Gatwick's a little bit stronger. They're giving 190, 25, gusting 35. And as I say, the further east you look, the stronger it gets, up to about 45 knots over Kent. So upper winds are being driven in by the jet stream, and you can see across here at 25,000 feet, it's 70 to 80 knots along here, and the same out to the west of us. So it really is driving in that low pressure in and across us. I would say the winds at flying heights, but there won't be any flying today. I'll make that clear now. The winds are pretty stiff anyway, up through here, 35, 40 knots across us most of the day. And the reason why there's going to be no flying is that it's not very far away. Let's play the animation on that, and you'll see that it's coming in fairly quickly, and it's quite intense down right in the corner here. There's some heavy pulses which will get us later in the morning and afternoon. Probably clearing through, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier than that, but too late to be of any use to us. The winds will have dropped by that time, hopefully. So wet most of the day and quite intense, certainly later in the day. The top meteo gives the same sort of picture, but I just thought I'd put up the chart for 30 knot wind gusts. You can see we're in here this morning, gusts of maybe 20, 25 knots at most. And as we just roll it through the morning, sort of 2, 3 o'clock, you can see this has come over us, and it's got quite intense here. And then the really strong stuff, they're forecasting coming in later this afternoon. And really, this was what I thought was going to get us yesterday, but it appears to be travelling more to the east of us and across Kent. So the really sort of gusty 45, 50 knot winds are down in that direction. And we'll be spared the really strong stuff, hopefully. So not a good day. Only really any use for staying indoors, going out to an indoor shopping centre, or going around trying to find some fuel for your car. We're sort of locked down here. Everything should be tied down fairly well, hopefully. So it won't really be a problem. So just have a quick look at the airspace before we end the briefing. Nice quiet weekend, not a lot going on. Middle wallop of NOTAM'd and the solely plane danger areas of NOTAM that you can't cross, get a crossing service. But apart from that, it's very, very quiet. Not a lot going on at all, and I doubt there'll be very, very little GA flying, maybe out to the west when the rain clears fairly quickly from there. But over us, I think strong winds and wet for most of the day, folks. Tomorrow looking better. I just think it'll be flyable, but fairly strong winds, but changeable for the next few days, really. Let's see if we can make the most of it. Okay, so have a nice day, and maybe see people tomorrow.